Welcome to the tutorial for the Massachusetts Bureau of Substance Addiction Services Dashboard's Community Profile page. The Community Profile combines substance misuse and treatment services data indicators from multiple data sets into a single dashboard. It offers a comprehensive view of substance misuse data for all Massachusetts communities. In this video, we'll walk through the Community Profile's layout and key features so you can start exploring metrics in your community. To navigate to the Community Profile from the dashboard's home screen, click on Go to Community Profile. You will see a notice display containing important notes and data caveats. Once you're ready to proceed, click Continue. By default, the city of Boston is selected as indicated in the community selector in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. To select a different community, click Select. In the first dropdown of the pop-up, you can set the geographic level as state, county, or city-town. Then click on the second dropdown to select a community of interest, or choose a community by clicking on the map. The dashboard has data available for all 351 cities and towns, 14 counties, and a new statewide view of Massachusetts. We'll stick with Boston for this example and press Confirm. In this dashboard, the indicators are classified into 3 categories: substance-related deaths, emergency events, and substance addiction services. The Overview tab, which is this screen, provides a high-level summary of these metrics. There are also 3 additional tabs that offer deep dive insights into each of the 3 categories, as well as the newly developed Data to Action tab that provides actionable harm reduction recommendations for your community. We'll start here on the Overview tab. On this tab, you can expand the metrics to display a bar graph comparison to the state rate, and if a city or town is selected, the county rate as well for broader geographic context. You can also hover over each metric to view the 5-year trend and the percent change since the prior year. These metrics reflect the most recent 12 months of available data, which varies between data sets. To determine the exact time frame, you can refer to the dates displayed next to the category titles or hover over the metrics. For more details on this and other considerations for interpreting the data, please read the information in the top right information icon, as well as in the data notices for each category. Next, we'll move on to the Deaths tab. This tab features 3 new screens for in-depth analysis of substance-related deaths, opioid-related overdose deaths, and overdose death circumstances in each community. On the substance-related deaths screen, there's a customizable trend graph that shows deaths over time through various lenses. You can explore deaths by substance, geography, sex, race, ethnicity, and more, all through the Select a Breakdown dropdown. On the right, you'll see a map of Massachusetts that uses a color scale to represent the death metrics in each community. You can adjust the view using the Selective View buttons in order to compare to surrounding communities or to pinpoint other communities of interest. Additionally, the 2 top-level dropdowns allow you to filter the visuals by substance and display the data as rate of deaths, number of deaths, or percent of any deaths. On the opioid-related overdose death screen, you'll find 3 key metrics at the top that provide context for the magnitude of opioid-related overdose deaths in your community. The graph on the left displays the trend of opioid-related overdose deaths. It offers the same functionality as the trend graph on the previous screen, providing various breakdown options and allowing you to display the data as rates, numbers, or percentages. The trend graph on the right shows the substances present in opioid-related overdose deaths among residents of your selected community for cases where a toxicology screen was available. You have the option to view the data on this trend as either percent or number of deaths. The third screen provides additional context on the circumstances of overdose deaths. It is only available at the county and state level, so for this example, we'll select Suffolk County as our community. This screen shows the percentages of overdose deaths where there were potential opportunities for intervention, such as when fatal drug use was witnessed, a potential bystander was present, or naloxone was administered. It also offers a county comparison feature, allowing you to select a circumstance and easily compare percentages across counties and against the state average. Now we'll return to using Boston as our example community for the remaining tabs. The ER Visits tab displays a 5-year trend of the number of substance-related ER visits with the option to show the visits by substance. The age-adjusted ER visit rate trend graph shows the rate of ER visits in the community compared to the broader geographic area over the last 5 years. The histogram shows the distribution of your selected community's age-adjusted rate among the other counties or cities and towns. It highlights the bin that includes the selected community, enabling comparison to other Massachusetts communities. Lastly, you can use the Show Data on the Following Substances dropdown to view these visuals for only alcohol, opioid, stimulant, or other substance-related ER visits. The next tab is Services, which displays 3 curated views based on your selection in the Select a Service dropdown. The locations of BSAS providers that rendered services selection displays a map in which dot locations correspond to provider city and town locations, and dot sizes represent the number of BSAS clients who reside in the selected community and receive services from providers in the city or town. This provides insight into where BSAS clients living in the selected community travel to receive services from BSAS providers. You can hover over each dot to see the count of clients that received services and the count of providers that rendered services at that location. The first bar graph shows the number of active BSAS providers located in the selected community by service category, and the second bar graph shows the number of clients who enrolled in the last year and listed their residence as the selected community by service category. To learn more about these service categories or other terms used on the dashboard, please visit the glossary by clicking on the navigation menu and selecting the glossary button. The next option in the Select a Service dropdown is Locations of naloxone kits received. This contains a map displaying locations and counts of naloxone kits received across the state. Additionally, you have the option to overlay a background layer on this map that shows percentiles for either the number or age-adjusted rate of opioid-related overdose deaths. To view the number of kits received by communities around your selected community, adjust the distribution radius and hover over the yellow circle to see a sum of kits within the radius. The last option in the Select a Service dropdown is Locations of fentanyl test strips received. This mirrors the functionality of the naloxone kits map, showing locations and counts of fentanyl test strips received. This map also contains the options to overlay a background layer of opioid-related overdose deaths and to adjust the distribution radius to see the number of strips received in surrounding communities. The last tab, Data to Action, is a newly developed screen that provides harm reduction recommendations for your community. Currently, it offers guidance on the number of naloxone kits each community should purchase and distribute based on the number of opioid-related overdose deaths that occurred. It compares each community's naloxone kit ratio to research-driven benchmarks, as well as the broader geographic areas to provide actionable insights. This tab will be expanded over time to include additional harm reduction strategies. That completes our summary of the community profile. Thanks for watching, and if you have any additional questions, please contact bsasdashboard.info@mass.gov.